Brittney Griner has been imprisoned in Russia since mid-February, and the WNBA All-Star is on trial for drug charges, and legal experts say this is a show trial. It's all but certain that it's going to end in conviction and lengthy prison sentence. And facing that, Griner penned a handwritten letter to President Joe Biden expressing her terror at being imprisoned. And Griner's letter read in part, quote, "As I sit here in a Russian prison alone with my thoughts and without the protection of my wife, family, friends, Olympic jersey, or any accomplishments, I'm terrified I might be here forever. I realize that you're dealing with so much, but please don't forget about me and the other detainees. Please do all you can to bring us home." And the White House press secretary just spoke on the matter minutes ago. Take a listen.
This has been on top of mind of the president. Like, I was there when he read the letter. And he takes this to heart. He takes this job very seriously, especially when it comes to bringing home U.S. nationals who are wrongfully detained. So again, this is a priority. We're going to make this happen. We have been in constant communications. Secretary Blinken, the special envoy, as I just listed out, and also Jake Sullivan, our national security advisor. We're going to continue to have those conversations, and we're going to continue to make sure we use everything at our disposal to bring her home, and also Paul Whelan and all the others U.S. nationals that are abroad.
We now welcome in Shannon Crawford, ABC News Global Affairs reporter. So, Shannon, how do you interpret this response from the White House here?
Well, you know, Malika, it's interesting. That is actually the first confirmation we've gotten that President Biden has, in fact, received and read that handwritten letter. You know, since news broke that it was received at the White House, we've gotten a lot of boilerplate kind of comments, just general reactions, promises to do everything to bring Brittney Griner home, but we didn't get a real reaction like that. Now, I asked State Department spokesperson Ned Price just moments ago for his visceral reaction to it, and what he said was that, you know, diplomats in Russia have been assured that Brittney Griner is keeping the faith, but that is a painful, painful letter to read, that she's afraid that she might be in Russian prison forever. You know, I think that she's someone who's incredibly emotionally strong. She's showing that, but she's also asking for help. It's just hard to read, hard to react to.
Yeah, it really is. We've seen high-profile prisoner swaps between the United States and Russia in the past. From your reporting within the State Department, is a prisoner swap on the table here?
No, administration officials will tell you that everything really is on the table. They want to bring Americans home. You know, we've seen them do it before. Just a couple months ago with Trevor Reed, they were able to bring him back home in an international prisoner exchange. But, you know, the problem is that the State Department, they're very quiet about everything. They don't want to jeopardize any negotiations. It's difficult to get a read, you know, even in the sunniest times. And to say that relationships with Russia right now are difficult is definitely an understatement. So, you know, that is, there's an air of mystery there, but also the trial you mentioned, the show trial, so many people see it as a farce, but there is still, you know, a way of thinking that that farce is going to have to play out before Russia will really come to the table for a potential prisoner exchange. And that could take months. And of course, that is not what Brittney Griner's wife, that's not what her teammates, that's not what they want to hear, because, you know, to them, she's already been locked away for far too long.
Yeah, Shannon, you mentioned Griner's family, her wife, Cheryl Griner. She's been especially vocal about calling for Brittney's release. How does Griner's family's strategy of speaking out, speaking up, how does it line up with the administration's?
Well, traditionally, the State Department, other officials have said, you know, to families, hey, keep your voice down, keep your head down. We don't want to raise the value of the detainee. We don't want to jeopardize any potential negotiations that are happening behind the scenes. But, you know, this is not a typical case. Brittney Griner was a star before she was arrested back in Russia. You know, she was one of the greatest to ever play the game then. She is now. Her, you know, only more eyes are on her as this strange case and high-profile case has played out and been covered by the media. So there is a lot of attention. And we did hear her wife say, you know what, I don't think silence is getting me anywhere. The State Department says they talk to families. They don't give them mandates. They don't give them rules to follow. It might not have, her strategy might not be condoned per se by officials, but I think that that frustration, that desire to do really anything to bring a loved one home is something that all people, all Americans can relate to, and it really resonates.
Absolutely. It's one of those things, part of her letter, that was so chilling when she said, if I didn't have all of those accolades, essentially, that's what's leaving her sitting here. And that's a scary feeling I can only imagine to have. Shannon Crawford, ABC's State Department reporter, thank you so much for joining us here on NBA Today and shedding some light on this issue.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.